Hey, welcome to the Drayway. Have you heard the news? Did you get the news? Have you heard what's going on? Yes, we won Wisconsin. The Supreme Court justice, we won. How you don't have any, that's huge. It's huge and it's a big victory. We're gonna have to celebrate. So come join me on the Drayway. Let's get started. Let's go. Welcome to the Drayway. We won. I'm your host, Drayton Nay. This is the Drayway. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it. Come on. We got a great show for you today. We won. We won in Wisconsin. That's huge. Having that liberal justice in place and keeping the court liberal was huge. The last thing we need right now is more conservative courtrooms, because the only thing that we even have to our availability right now, and what has been happening, even from judges that were appointed by Republican presidents, judge after judge after judge after judge has said no to Donald Trump again and again and again. And that's because if we don't have the rule of law, if we're not going to follow the Constitution, we're done as a country. We don't have one anymore. So, because the worst thing, something I thought I would never see, and that's probably because, I can remember what it was like in the 70s and 80s, because Republicans in the 70s and 80s, they would never have allowed a president like this. They would have stepped up and said, no, that's not how we do things. That's not how I'm gonna run against you. I'm gonna have somebody run against, and they'd be like, I don't care what you do, what you're doing is wrong. There were people that were principled, there were people that stood up. And what they need to start realizing is, you Republicans are not standing up to what you know is wrong, and what your constituents are coming out at town halls and being like, no, stand up to this man. This is not the United States. This is not how we do things. We just don't walk around with somebody that's not even elected for anything and have him walk around getting a hold of our data and telling us who should be around and who shouldn't. That's not how we do things in America. That certainly isn't how Bill Clinton did it. Because many of you are like, well, Bill Clinton fired a bunch of people. Yeah, but he went through the House and Senate to do it. He just didn't hire a billionaire and say, hey, go ahead and do what you think is right. Especially for someone that Elon Musk, which, by the way, today, the stock is nosediving. Tesla did not produce anywhere near the number of cars that they said they would, and Tesla didn't sell anywhere near the number of cars they predicted they would. So their Tesla is down, and down. And that's the guy that we're listening to for some reason. That's the guy we should listen to, who is now supposed to be running Tesla, letting Tesla go astray, while he is a rich guy telling poor people they shouldn't have the benefits that they have. What? He's literally going around, especially to veterans, telling veterans that they have too many benefits and it's too expensive. You're gonna tell that to veterans who have earned every single benefit they have. That's what you're gonna do? That's why I get so angry when a veteran or someone in the military goes, yeah, I'm gonna vote for a Republican. What? You're voting for the people that consider you to be an expense. Republicans think you are an expense. Republicans don't vote for expenses. No, they don't want any expenses. They want you to take care of yourself, including you soldiers. They vote against you time and time and time again. They vote against you constantly. And for you guys to go, well, I'm going to vote Republican. Are you crazy? They're not for you. They don't like you. You are an expense. Do you understand that? Because they vote against you all the time. And if you don't know it, look it up. It's not hard to look up. But Republicans don't like expenses. They don't want to spend money on anything. They just want to give tax cuts to the really, really rich. And if that isn't you, you don't count. You don't matter. I mean, does it make sense to you to have some guy that has no government experience whatsoever, has zero government experience, and he's going around in place of the president and saying, yeah, cut this, cut this, cut this? How does that make any sense to anyone? Especially when he can't even run his own company. His own company's doing garbage right now. So shouldn't he be off? Don't you think he should be off taking care of his own business? I do. I didn't elect him for anything. I don't know anyone that did. Yet here he is affecting hundreds of thousands of lives, millions of lives. And we're supposed to sit back and allow this? This is a good idea from an almost 80-year-old president who wants to go play golf? This is just a mess, folks. This is just a mess. But the good news that we got out of it yesterday, because some people were like, well, we didn't win in Florida. We were behind 30 points in Florida and only lost by 15 in really, really red districts. That shows some progress to me. But the main thing was getting the Wisconsin Supreme Court. They're going to be deciding a lot of things which are extremely important to this country, because we need judges to step up right now. I don't care if you're a liberal judge, conservative judge. If you can't step up in these times when you have a president that it just wants to be a dictator, if you can't step up now, our judicial system is done. It's done. It's finished. And judges know that. If judges don't step up right now, it's over. The whole thing is over. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Drayway. I am happy you guys are here. Hit the subscribe button and don't go anywhere. There is more Drayway to come right after this. Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Today is tariff day. Today is the day Donald Trump is supposed to tell us about all the tariffs taking place and all the countries he's going to slap these tariffs on and all the countries he's going to punish for no good reason. Yeah, he's punishing countries and putting tariffs on American citizens. By the way, we pay the tariffs. You and I, we're going to pay these tariffs, not the countries. China's not going to pay. Canada's not going to pay. Mexico's not going to pay. They don't pay anything. You and I do. Yeah. And the company that brought the goods in, they pay. But the country itself that the goods are coming from, they pay nothing. Yeah, that's how tariffs work. So that's why tariffs are and always have been. Blanket tariffs, horrible, horrible idea. Yeah, it's never worked in history. So why anyone thinks Donald Trump is right about this, I have no idea. Because Donald Trump isn't right about anything most of the time. Most of the time, he's wrong about everything. That's why his businesses fail over and over and over again. That's why he's had to go bankrupt over and over and over again. That's why his casinos have failed over and over and over again. That's why any business that he has tried seems to fail in the end. And then he starts looking for shortcuts. And then he starts doing things that perhaps are not exactly legal. Yeah, we've seen that over. That's why he has 34 felonies. That's exactly why. So what are we to expect? I think the announcements are being done right around now. But I can only tell you this. The tariffs are only going to continue to damage this country. Because I think if you haven't looked at it yet, if you haven't seen it yet, The Atlanta Fed came out with the numbers. Our GDP is crashing. Our GDP is nosediving. You know, a couple of months ago, they were saying our GDP was going to be around 3%. Then they readjusted it down to 2%. And now, after all the data is in, we're crashing. It's down over 3% is our number. A GDP crashing more than 3%, that's really, really, really bad. I can't even begin to tell you how bad that is. And that's because of all the chaos. And you can't don't even try to bring Biden into this. Biden's got nothing to do with this. Because company profits last year in 2024, record-breaking profits for corporations. Corporations did extremely well. How are they going to do this year? Bad. Really, really bad. Because there's nothing but uncertainty in the marketplace. With Donald Trump being all over the place and looking to punish people and do weird things, nothing good is going to come out of this. Absolutely nothing. And that's what, be prepared is my thing. Be prepared, because things are only going to get worse. And as far as just the general feeling around the country right now, it's way, way down. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. We got more to come. We got more Drayway. Stay right there. Well, we have a president that loves to talk about gas prices. Gas prices, gas prices, gas prices. And in case you haven't noticed, gas prices have been going up. Yes, but that's just the beginning. Just the beginning. The last few weeks, up, they've gone. And all of a sudden, every single conservative is quiet about it. Nobody's talking about gas prices because they're going up. That's why no one's talking about it. But you haven't seen the worst of it yet. Summer is coming. Summer gasoline is coming. So guess what? It's more expensive. So gas prices over the next 4 to 8 weeks, up, and up. And guess where Mr. Trump is going? He's going to Saudi Arabia to get on his knees and beg for lower oil prices. And Saudi Arabia is going to be like, that's not happening. That's not in our best interest. What else do you want? Give us something we can actually give you, because we ain't pumping a bunch of oil for you. We're not doing that. So he's going over there to get on his knees. And all I can say is, Donald, bring your knee pads. You're going to need them. Because, they're not going to give you squat. They're not going to give you anything. And wait till you see how quiet it is from Republicans about gas prices over the next 2 months. They are going to be so quiet you can't believe. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be quiet. You can say, wait a minute. I thought Donald Trump meant lower gas prices. No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. And a matter of fact, if the prices didn't go higher, it would just ruin a lot of the oil companies like he did last time. In case you didn't, go look at what he did to the oil markets last time and what a disaster it was. Because a lot of people seem to think Trump is associated with low gas prices. We had a pandemic. The country was shut down. Who was using gas? Of course gas prices went down. Of course they did, because nobody was going anywhere. Duh. But I want to hear the excuses now. Because I don't hear anything on the Republican side right now. Because for the third week in a row, gas prices are up, and up. And they're going to keep going up. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to notice that the Republicans are really, really quiet. Really, really quiet. And that's because nothing this man said he was going to accomplish, he hasn't accomplished any of it. Absolutely none. And with this, as you saw in the House yesterday, they voted to get some things done, and they couldn't even pass the most elementary things. And they decided to stop all votes this week. Yeah, that's how well they got things going in the House. Anyway, thanks for joining me today on the Drayway. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you ready for higher gas prices? You better be, because they're coming. Let me know what you say in the comments. Thanks for joining me on the Drayway, and thanks for hitting the subscribe button. We're on our way to 100,000, and it's you making it happen. And I couldn't thank you more. And I'm going to go right now because it's windy and cold. Have a great day today. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Drayway. Have a great day, everybody.